What's up, YouTube? The Kid here with another Conduit 2 update. Nintendo Power has reviewed Conduit 2 in their last issue, and the review score for that is a 7.5. Yes, a 7.5. And, well, there are some details on it. I don't have the scans, nor have I read the review. I don't have a subscription to Nintendo Power, but basically people have put up the points that they said that the game received a 7.5, and that is because Mr. Ford and Prometheus relationship is compared to Michael Knight and Kit from Knight Rider. Ford's voice acting isn't great. Ford's delivery makes one-liners feel extra cheesy. Solid gameplay. There are some great moments, such as the ending. Reviewer would have liked the set pieces to be as thrilling as the ones in recent Wii first-person shooters, and it's worth playing for multiplayer. And it has some issues, but the team did take criticism from the first title into account. So, from people who do have the magazine, they have said that the review was poor. It really didn't go into detail why it received a 7.5, even though these things I just said were some of them. It just really doesn't. It doesn't really give. It shouldn't really give the game a bad score. Now, everybody knew the voice acting of Mr. Ford would be cheesy. I mean, they released the soundboard for most of his one-liners, so no one can really say that they didn't expect that part to be bad on the game because, you know, mostly the reviewer didn't like the campaign mode. He really said nothing about multiplayer. He didn't get into much detail with multiplayer, almost in no way, according to people who have the magazine, and really it was just a poor review by people who are subscribed to Nintendo Power and have read this review. So, um, guys, I wouldn't recommend you to trust this review. Wait till IGN, GameSpot, and other big title game websites review it. Even though these websites can be a bit biased because they are other fanboys of the HD consoles, I would much prefer to listen to them than Nintendo Power because, to be honest, I I never really trusted Nintendo Power's reviews. I mean, there's been a lot of games they said that were good and were really bad, and a lot that they said were bad that were really good. So, you know, just don't take this review too seriously, and it's definitely not a a deal breaker for me because I'm not buying the Conduit 2 for the campaign. Sure, I will play through campaign because I want to see what happens, and I am a fan. But I'm really gonna buy it for multiplayer, which has been said not to be bad. So, um, there are things that this reviewer do that just doesn't seem to make sense. Like, they reviewed the Conduit, the first installment of the series, and give it an 8. So how is this a 7.5 when this is vastly superior to its predecessor? I don't know. That seems to be a little bit impossible since they added so many new things to this game. So, like, better customization or multiplayer perks, better campaign. I mean, he said he didn't like some of the voice acting, and he also said he didn't like the boss battles, and some moments should have been great and they weren't. Well, if this person either never played the first Conduit or is just biased towards anything because one, in the first Conduit there was barely any voice acting except for debriefings, which was painfully boring. Two, there wasn't any boss battles in the first one. I mean, if you count that little tripod thing, that wasn't even a boss. That was just an annoying enemy that was really hard to kill, that got in your way most of the time. So there's no way I will believe that this game deserves a 7.5 when the first one got an 8, because there's no way this game can be better than the first one. I mean, the first one had its flaws, but this one looks like they are improving more on it. So it's really hard to believe that this will get a 7.5. And if you're like me, you wouldn't believe it either, because you have to take everything to account in the first game and what the improvements are in this game. So I don't know what you guys will think, but I definitely suggest that this shouldn't be a deal breaker for you. You should still get Conduit, or at least wait till other companies or game sites review it, because this just doesn't seem like a good review. It seems like a poorly done review that the person had no idea probably what he was talking about. Farthest gameplay, they didn't say the gameplay was bad. I mean, that's what counts. I mean, if the gameplay's not bad, it's a good game. I mean, okay, voice acting is cheesy. We already knew that. Some other things we already knew. I mean, I wasn't expecting the campaign to be spectacular. I mean, usually first-person shooter campaigns are really dull, like Call of Duty, some other shooters. Some of them are really cliche, like Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty basically pulls off every war movie cliche possible. I mean, it's not even funny, possible. So I'm not expecting much, but I will play it because I do want to get to know this Mr. Ford more, and also Andromeda and the story. I do. Maybe the story would be better than this person is saying, because, you know, guys, what really matters is your opinion on this game, how you feel about the game, and what you like about the game, not what others think, because what you think is what matters. If you think a game is good, even though people say it's bad, good for you, because, you know, it's your opinion. I mean, it's your type of game. It fits you, so you know, you like the game, that's cool, and that's fine. I mean, you shouldn't let other people's opinions overrule yours, because, you know, you have a brain of your own, you have a mind of your own. And if you choose to like this game or dislike this game because of someone else, then I can say you're a pretty shallow person. But anyway, there has been recent details upon DLC, downloadable content, and there was this interview with one of the producers of Conduit 2. And the guy who was interviewing is known as the Hip Hop Gamer, which is basically, he is a disgrace of a interviewer, and he makes all us black people look really bad, because that interview was just pure niggerdom, and it just made me really mad, and it just makes everything people say about black people true, because he was just acting absurd. But anyway, he had got some good information out of him far as DLC, which the guy said they're trying to do a lot with, such as character models, XP weekends, some new guns, and also new perks. So that's pretty awesome. That's really awesome if DLC will be in. They basically confirmed DLC will be in, because it will be able to patch, and it should be able to do DLC, because they said they've been talking to Nintendo about it, and it seems like Nintendo has accepted, so we can probably expect those things. Farther skins, there will probably be other skins of the enemies in the Conduit 2 that are not going to be in it at first start, but there's over 20 enemies, and a lot of them are kind of sentient. So those would be the ones that are the ones with arms and legs, most likely. So the ones that right now currently aren't skins in the multiplayer will most likely probably be for DLC in multiplayer, which is awesome. New guns. I don't know if they're just gonna make new guns or guns that appear in the campaign mode that aren't usable in the multiplayer, or just new guns all around. I don't know, but it is great to hear that DLC may be in this game. I hope it really is. It will make this game 10% more better. Not even that. It will make it 100% better if it had DLC. So guys, that's it for this update. Please leave comments down and like the video. What do you think about the review and also DLC? And yeah, that's it for this review. I'll be posting more on Conduit 2 as more things are revealed. Thank you.